From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening and welcome into News Channel 15. I'm Eli Grimes. Let's take a look at tonight's news. Our first story, WFIW reports Wayne City Fire Department and Wayne City ambulance personnel, along with Wayne County Sheriff's deputies, were called to a report of a pedestrian being struck by a vehicle on the Sims Road just south of the Sims Crossroads off Illinois 15 around 1:45 this morning. Reports indicate that air evac was requested at the scene by Wayne City EMS personnel just after 2 a.m. No further details are available at this time as the Wayne County Sheriff's Department continues to investigate that incident. In other news, WMCL reports a 15-year-old boy was hit by a train as he was walking south along the railroad track between Bailey Lane and Joplin Street just before 3:30 Thursday afternoon. According to Benton Police, the boy was injured but was conscious and alert. He was transported to the Franklin Hospital and then flown to Cardinal Glennon Hospital in St. Louis for treatment. His current medical status is unknown at this time. In area court news, WFIW says a former Marion County coroner, Troy Cannon, 63 of Iuka, has been charged with 7 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 2 minors. Cannon made his first appearance in Marion County Court on Wednesday afternoon, where Judge Amanda Aide Harlow ordered him held without bond. According to the charges, the alleged abuse occurred between January of 2025 and March 18th of 2025, during which time Cannon is accused of engaging in sexual conduct with the victims while in a position of trust, authority, or supervision. The charges allege inappropriate touching. Marion County State's Attorney Tim Hudspeth stated that the Marion County Sheriff's Office began investigating the case on March 18th after 2 relatives of the victims reported the allegations. Both girls were later interviewed at the Amy Center, a child advocacy facility. Cannon was also interviewed during the course of the investigation, which led to the formal charges being filed. A warrant for Cannon's arrest was issued by Judge Mark Stedlin on Tuesday night, and Marion County deputies arrested Cannon at his home around noon on Wednesday. In denying bond, Judge Aide Harlow noted that there was no reliable way to enforce court-ordered conditions without relying on third parties. Attorney Brian Warrensman has been appointed to represent Cannon, who is scheduled to return to court for a preliminary hearing on July 2nd at 11 a.m. Moving on to area arrest reports, WFIW says 30-year-old Charles E. Newton of Fairfield was arrested Wednesday night by Carmi police on a White County warrant for driving on a suspended license. Newton was stopped around 10 p.m. near Main and College Boulevard after officers observed a headlight out on his vehicle. During the stop, a computer check revealed an active warrant for his arrest. After being booked into the White County Jail, Newton was released pending a court appearance. WFIW also reports a rural Albion man is facing multiple felony and misdemeanor charges following a domestic dispute at his home last Sunday that escalated into violence against responding officers. According to Edwards County Sheriff Darby Baywee, law enforcement was forced to make entry into the residence of 49-year-old Edward J. Paland to take him into custody. During the arrest, Paland allegedly punched Edwards County Deputy Drake Cowling and Grayville Police Chief Mason Siegel, who had responded as backup. Paland has been formally charged with aggravated battery of a police officer, a Class 2 felony, aggravated intimidation of a police officer, also a Class 2 felony, domestic battery with physical contact, a Class A misdemeanor, resisting arrest, also a Class A misdemeanor. He made his first appearance in Edwards County Circuit Court on Tuesday, where the court ordered that he be held in custody pending transfer to an inpatient psychiatric facility. Paland will appear in Edwards County Circuit Court on Tuesday, July 1st, for a first advisement hearing in that case. Area school board news now. The North Wayne Community Unit School District number 200 Board of Education met Thursday, June 26th at Sisney Middle School for a budget amendment hearing at 4:50 p.m., followed by the regular board meeting at 5 p.m. The board opened with roll call and discussed proposed amendments to the 24-25 fiscal year budget, with final action expected before adjournment. Key items on the agenda for that regular meeting included consent agenda approvals, minutes from the May 21st regular meeting, personnel leave and dock day requests, use of the district baseball diamond by NWRA for the Paul Hill Memorial Softball Tournament in September of this year, the Egyptian Trust Plan renewal at a 35.9% rate increase for the 25-26 plan year. It accepted resignations from Jeff Anderson as CHS Assistant Baseball Coach, Teresa Puckett as CMS Lunchroom and Study Hall Aide, and Samantha Klingler as CHS Head Softball Coach. In financial business, there was approval of district bills, treasurer's report, and the income review. As for the superintendent's report, they heard updates on online registration, the district website, and summer projects. In old business, they discussed updates on the installation of a fan in the Mount Erie Gymnasium, an update on the purchase of a second 10-passenger van, and in new business discussions, they considered establishing a CHS bass fishing team, review and approval of school fees for the 2025-26 school year, including book rentals, facility use, athletic event admissions, adult meals, and extra milk. Review of executive session minutes were heard, and destruction of specific audio recordings from July to December of 2023 were made. Renewal of the district's commercial insurance policy was heard, and discussion and approval of the Press Plus policy updates from issues 118 and 119. In executive session, the board discussed personnel matters, student discipline, litigation, bargaining, and property issues. And finally, Illinois drivers, brace yourselves. WNOI reports the annual gas tax increase is about to kick in on Tuesday. The automatic motor fuel tax increases to account for inflation. Currently, Illinois residents pay the second highest gas tax in the country behind the state of California. The gas tax is now 45 cents per gallon, but on Tuesday it will go up to 48.3 cents per gallon. The average car holds between 12 and 16 gallons of gas, meaning drivers should expect to spend between 0.24 and 0.32 cents extra at the pump. The motor fuel tax will account for a range of $5.76 and $7.68 in taxes per full tank of gas on average. The tax on diesel fuel rises from 52 cents to 55.8 cents per gallon. A new proposal in Springfield would change how Illinois funds its roads by charging drivers by the mile instead of a gas tax. That proposal, filed by Senator Ram Villavelam and Senator Christopher Belt, calls for starting a pilot program to study the effectiveness of charging drivers by the mile, something the state is considering due to the prevalence of more fuel-efficient and electric vehicles on Illinois roadways. Since fuel-efficient cars use less gasoline, fewer tax dollars will be available for road infrastructure. Electric vehicle owners currently pay a $100 premium on their annual license plate sticker renewal to offset losses to the Illinois motor fuel tax. Oregon and the state of Utah have already implemented similar programs, and 5 other states, including Pennsylvania and California, are considering it. That's a look at news. Stick around. I've got your weather forecast coming up next, and then I will be back to talk MLB scores in sports. Stay with us.
At Wabash General Hospital Senior Enrichment Center, we believe that sometimes a helping hand is all it takes for seniors to get their lives back on track. Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals are here to offer guidance and support, helping navigate the unique health and lifestyle concerns faced by seniors. Whether dealing with feelings of anxiety, loneliness, or unresolved grief, struggling with changes in mood or concentration, or coping with health-related challenges, we're here for you. Call Wabash General Hospital Senior Enrichment Center at 618-263-9116.
Get employee pricing at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2024 Bronco up to $10,500 off, and get a new 2024 F-150 up to $10,900 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Splash into savings at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Ram 1500 with payments as low as $456 a month, or a 2024 Dodge Hornet for only $278 a month. Come in for yours today and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Illinois lawmakers are back in Springfield to finalize a new budget for the coming fiscal year as the General Assembly winds down its spring session. Join Illinois lawmakers and the Capital News Illinois team of veteran State House reporters with weekly on-the-scene coverage through adjournment at the end of May. Illinois lawmakers, now a public service of Capital News Illinois.
Welcome back. Let's talk your forecast. As you can see, we've talked about it all week. That heat advisory is still in effect, but it does expire tonight at 7 p.m. So the likelihood is that it will expire and won't go past its Friday expiration date, but we will keep an eye on that. As we move into your radar for today, this taken just this morning, nothing really to speak of, and that will remain much of the same story throughout the weekend. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms here and there, but mostly expecting those clear skies at least until Saturday. As we move forward into your almanac for today, we saw a high of 93 degrees, a low of 74, and no precipitation to speak of. Your normals and records are there on the screen. Nowhere near any record highs or lows for today. Let's put your forecast map in motion. You can see a line of storms and showers to our southwest that move through our area tonight, late tonight. It shouldn't be severe in any capacity, but always keep a watch on the weather for any severe thunderstorms headed your way. As you can see, more showers develop through Saturday night for most of our southern counties, and that remains the same story as we move into Sunday morning. Those showers break up really before they get into our region, but again, still possible for a lot of our viewing area, so something to keep an eye out for. As we move into your lows on Saturday morning, tonight into Saturday morning, lows mostly in the low 70s, 74 the hot spot down there in Evansville and Owensboro, but for most of our viewing area, going to be in that 72 to 73 degree range. And on Saturday, once again, the temperatures continue to climb down. Still going to be a hot one, however, as you can see, 90 and 91 for most of our viewing area, the hot spot, McLeansboro and Carmi down south. On Sunday morning, our lows mostly going to be again in that 72 to 73 range, the low 70s, 72 in Albion and 73 in Mount Carmel. Highs on Sunday, once again, temperatures continue to plummet to 89 degrees, 90 the hot spot in Mount Carmel, Mount Vernon, McLeansboro, and Carmi. As we move forward into your extended forecast for the weekend and into next work week, as we mentioned, that heat advisory effect expiring tonight, but it still will be a bit of a hot one for the next couple of days, 90 degrees on Saturday and Sunday before the temperature drops down into the high 80s with lows mostly in that low 70 range, but dropping down just after Tuesday into the high 60s for your lows. That is a look at your forecast. Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next. Stay with us.
Life doesn't slow down for busy families. From early practices to late night games, every moment matters. That's why First National Bank offers online tools to fit into your schedule no matter how hectic it gets. From mobile banking to quick check deposits, First National Bank makes it easy to keep up with life and stay on top of your finances. No matter the schedule, First National Bank keeps you in the game.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to a lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Welcome back. Time to talk sports. In MLB scores out of the NL Central from yesterday, the St. Louis Cardinals were blanked once again by the Chicago Cubs in Game 4 of a 4-game series, 3-0. Those teams end up splitting that NL Central series. The Cincinnati Reds, meanwhile, had the day off. They face off against the Padres later tonight. The Brewers also had the day off and will face the Rockies later tonight, as did the Pirates, who will play the Mets. As it stands, the Chicago Cubs lead the division at 48-33, the Brewers second at 45-36, and St. Louis third at 44-38. The Reds follow close behind at 42-39, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are in last place with a record of 32-50.